These are precarious times, and what's meant by that is, the end of the year tends to bring about high emotions for many people, and that makes us vulnerable. This is the season for endings. Some are to be celebrated, while others are just simply sad. Heartbreaking, even. We have one transit in particular that brings us pause, and that is Moon square Pluto, notorious for breaking hearts and bringing about sadness. Related. Each zodiac sign's weekly horoscope for November 7th to 13th, 2022. The heartbreak that many of us will see, feel and live through is not necessarily tied to a breakup or anything that relates to romance. Though it's an open season for romances to end, as well. What we're looking at today, on November 6, 2022, is how certain zodiac signs will perceive the world in all of its tragic beauty, so much potential, and so much of it gone to waste. What is heartbreaking on this day is not the end of a love affair, it's the end of hope itself. We see ourselves as people who try. If we try, then at least we can feel as though we did something to help out. On this day, we may lose faith in our own efforts as we bear witness to the loss of so many ideals. Related, the 3 zodiac signs who are the luckiest in love on November 6, 2022. Our heartbreak comes to us in the form of withered energy. We shrug to ourselves as the inevitable loss of belief sets in. Heartbreak is what many of us will feel today, as we begin the descent into disbelief, lack of trust, and the death of our dreams. While this sounds like pure negative thinking, it's merely a mood. As per usual, we will carry on. The 3 zodiac signs who see heartbreak during the Moon square Pluto on November 6, 2022, 1. Aries, March 21st to April 19th. As you mentally wrap up the year, you can't help but go over the events that lead you to this day. It's been a tough year for you, Aries, and there's been almost too much for you to have to accept, yet, you had no choice. Life happened and there you were. You know that you have to let something go, because if you cling too tightly to this memory, as you have been, you'll bring it into the next year with you, and you know you don't want to do that. You cannot carry around this heartbreak ad infinitum. It's just too much, and during Moon square Pluto, you'll give yourself one last indulgence. You'll think about them and what they did to you, and what it resulted in. You won't feel good about this, but you want it. You want to feel bad just so you can feel alive. This is your therapy, allowing yourself one last look at the most heartbreaking story of your year. See it, own it, embrace it, and set it free. Related, how each zodiac sign deals with the hardest moments of their life too. Taurus, April 20th to May 20th. You have wondered all year long, the same thought, how am I going to make it? Between the cost of living and the hostility of the human race, you have had your heart broken into 1,000 billion pieces. You don't know who to trust, nor do you trust that there's even a future for you. You are a hard-working person of great love and compassion, and yet, the world has turned into such a cold place for you, and if you don't find a way to rise above it all, you'll surely be sucked into the void. And that's a place you don't want to go. During Moon square Pluto, you will have one last pang of heartbreak before you recognize that this has to be an opportunity for you to grow, somehow. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.